Welcome to 360 Strong Women. Today I'm just going to give you a little chat on quick health tips for women, especially if you're in the season of perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, and some of the nutritional things that you can do and some other health tips that you can do to help with those symptoms that you get, those side effects that you get because of our hormonal ups and downs, getting rid of our estrogen. We're starting to lose that estrogen. And so what do we do when we have these symptoms of belly bloat? So how do we get rid of our belly bloat, which is could be also visceral fat that is on the inside that goes around the organs, and we want to try to get rid of that because that can cause some health issues. So that would be one thing. Brain fog, moodiness, sleep deprivation, that's one that I hear all the time. So some of these symptoms that we all struggle with, those hot flashes, those things, those are real things that are happening to you. It's not just in your head. It's not going to just go away unless you're doing some things to take care of your body. And I've put together a slide deck. So I'm going to have the slides come up for you to give you a visual so that you can remember. And then I'm going to talk through some of the nutritional things, some of the vitamins that you need. You may have to supplement some of things things. Maybe your body isn't processing the vitamins, absorbing the vitamins well enough. Things like sleep, hydration, and of course, movement. And our channel is all about working those pillars. So movement matters. We know that. You want to move 20 minutes at least the minimum every day. Get that vascular system opened up. Get your metabolic system working so you can start to burn some of those calories. When we lose that estrogen, we lose the ability to burn an extra 200 calories, and that makes a big difference. So things like that. So movement matters. You want to get your hydration in your 8 ounces of water throughout the day. And then there are some nutritional things. We can't outrun our fork, especially as we get older. We need less calories, but we need more dense nutrients, if that makes sense to you. And so I'm going to break a little bit of that down. I'm going to go over some vitamins, some minerals that we need in our system. It's important. What I would say is always, always first, don't just take all this information in and go, Beth said, and go supplement the heck out of everything. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is go see our doctor, our OBGYN, a doctor maybe that has knowledge about perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, right? We want to find that out. And then we want to have our hormones checked. We want to see where we are. Everybody's a little different. And we want to have our vitamins checked to see if we may be deficient in some things. And I almost guarantee that everybody's deficient in something, and you may need some supplementation. Now, you can get vitamins and minerals and things that you need through food. So I would suggest consider always getting your nutrients through dark, deep, dense nutrients first. And then if you need help after that, you'll want to get some supplements in. So here we go. We are going to go through this slide deck. I'm going to break it down really quickly for you. I'm not going to get detailed into the science, but if you have questions for me, hit our button, like, subscribe, and share, and then ask those questions in the comments below, and I will get back to you with the information or some resources that you could check out, and that may help you with it. So here we go. Let's start to feel better, sleep better, have more energy, have better focus, and less mood swings. And let's reduce that belly fat to make our health better. Always check with your doctor. Have your hormones and your vitamin and mineral levels checked before adding extra supplements. Because of our lower to no estrogen when we go through these seasons, we want to cut our calorie intake by 200 calories. because we're not burning our fuel efficiently enough. If you need a specific calorie intake number, you can always ask me below and I can put that formula in for you. It's important in this stage of life to be picky about what you choose to eat. Journal or track your calories if you're just starting out so that you know what that feels like. A lot of trackers online that support these things like MyFitnessPal. If you've been consuming too many high processed, high sugar calories and you stop doing that right away, you will have some detox symptoms. So allow your body to adjust about 1 to 2 weeks. Here's your first tip. Fiber, fiber, and more fiber. Tip 1. Women need 28 grams of fiber daily. Work up to it if you have not been consuming that much fiber for your body to adjust. Some of the best fiber foods are artichokes, avocados, peas, winter squash, fresh berries, lentils, black beans, chickpeas, parsnips, pears with skin, broccoli, collard greens, apples with skin, Brussels sprouts, green beans, okra, not fried, red potatoes, sweet potatoes, bulgur wheat, spelt, fresh cherries, kale, barley. There are others, but that's a big list for you. Pick the ones that you love. Get your 28 grams in. If you need a supplement, consider Garden of Life raw organic fiber powder. Or something that has 0 sugar in it. The benefits keep you full. Your satiety hormone help. Controls your appetite, trims your waistline, regulates your blood sugar and insulin, and it has known to reduce breast cancer risks. Tip number 2, we need magnesium. 310 to 320 milligrams daily. Things like leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, they are also called pepitas, salmon, mackerel, almonds, cashews, dark chocolate if it's over 70% cacao, quinoa, avocado, tofu, edamame, flax seeds, black beans, and lima beans. Magnesium keeps bones strong, prevents insulin resistance, guards heart health, enhances sleep, lifts your mood, boosts fat burn, and has been known to help with other chronic comorbidities like Alzheimer's and type 2 diabetes. Tip number 3, get in your omega-3 fatty acids. We need 2 grams daily. That looks like flaxseed oil, chia seeds, salmon, mackerel, chopped walnuts, flax seeds, hemp seeds, soybean, firm tofu, oysters, winter squash, omega-3 enriched eggs, and spinach. It can help you reverse that middle age spread, curb your hunger, reduce your triglycerides, ease menopause-related joint pain. Who doesn't have that? Help with the blues, helps your mood, supports bone health, and is anti-inflammatory. We want to make sure that we're getting in our omega-3 fatty acids and we're getting in less omega-6s. So omega-6 is also a fatty acid, but it's more inflammatory. So we want to make sure that we're not getting more omega-6 than we are omega-3. Tip number 4, we need vitamin D3. And why I say vitamin D3 is because it is better absorbed into the body. We are not sitting outside as much, not getting as much sunlight, using a lot of protective things so that we stay away from melanoma. However, we need vitamin D to help keep our bones strong. How do we get that? We may supplement that by getting 800 IUs, but have your levels checked first. Or you can get vitamin D through whole foods, mushrooms, in particular shiitakes, really a great way to get in those nutrients, wild caught salmon, tuna, steel oats, milk, Greek yogurt that has no sugar in it, almond milk, hard cheese, and egg yolks. Vitamin D supports weight loss, boosts muscle strength, helps with depression, resolves fatigue, reboots your bones, really helps you with these menopausal issues, and can cut breast cancer risk. So we need to make sure that we are not deficient in our vitamin D. Tip number 5, calcium citrate. Also, calcium citrate absorbs into the body better without a lot of side effects like making your stomach upset. So it's another way to get in calcium. You can get this through kale, yogurt, bok choy, kefir, broccoli, hard cheese, canned seafood, turnip greens, cottage cheese, oranges, chia seeds, sesame seeds, collard greens, almonds, tofu, almond milk, white beans, ricotta cheese, figs, whey protein powder, soy milk, canned tomatoes, black beans, butternut squash, okra, chickpeas, rice milk, and amaranth. If you are low in your calcium intake, so you're deficient, your doctor says, hey, you're deficient, you need a supplement, you'll need 1,200 milligrams. Tips 6 and 7. So the last supplement I would say consider, and again, check with your doctor, is a vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is heart healthy for you, but it also helps with energy. So if you're feeling very fatigued, you may need to supplement with a vitamin B12. Again, you're going to check with your doctor about this. And then the last thing that I would say definitely we need to ingest is a probiotic, a good probiotic that has billions in it. So find something that works for you. Again, you're going to, like fiber, you're going to start small and work up to it because your body has to adjust. Let me know below your favorite probiotic. I'm not sponsoring any kind of foods, but you want to check with your doctor, but definitely a probiotic. And you can get probiotics through fermented foods. The other thing I would say is stay with your anti-inflammatory foods, asparagus, avocados, beans and other legumes, beets, fresh berries, broccoli, carrots, celery, kale, olive oil, avocado oil, oranges, pineapple, salmon, shiitake mushrooms, spinach, sweet potatoes, Swiss chard, tomatoes, and walnuts. I think you see a pattern going on here. Okay, now that we've gone through our nutrients as far as vitamins and minerals, now we're going to get into what we call our macros. Our macros are our proteins, our healthy carbs, what we call complex carbs, not simple carbs, and our healthy fats. And your body needs all of these. What we want to make sure is that for women who are in these seasons of life is that we're getting the appropriate amounts of protein, healthy complex carbs, and healthy fats. Not overdoing it, not underdoing it, but getting the proper amount. And so when we talk about proteins, you want 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. That comes out to around 75 grams per day spread throughout the day. So what I would suggest is don't wait to the end of the day to get a big steak. Your body's not going to process that well. A lot of that's going to turn to fat. Turns out to be 75 grams per day spread throughout the day. So split these grams up by either 3 big meals if you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, or if you eat 5 meals. So you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and add 2 snacks. That would be like eating 15 grams at each meal. And that includes your breakfast. Best foods with animal protein would be lean chicken, buffalo, bison, collagen, protein powder, eggs, wild-caught salmon, trout, tuna, shellfish, tofu, and turkey. Dairy proteins would be cheddar, cottage cheese, feta cheese, goat cheese, Greek yogurt without sugar, Havarti, kefir, Monterey Jack, mozzarella, Parmesan, sour cream, or Swiss cheese. Vegetable proteins would be almond milk, cheese, almond flour, cashew milk, cashew cheese, chia seeds, chickpeas or chickpea flour, dried or canned beans, edamame, hemp seeds or hemp milk, lentils, lupin beans, nutritional yeast, seitan, tempeh, or tofu. I would also suggest for health benefits, eating mostly plant-based. So most of your plate is going to be filled with plant-based proteins and plant-based healthy carbohydrates to help you process food better, help you with weight maintenance, and just help you with overall health biomarkers. And so that doesn't mean you're a vegetarian. It means that if you choose to eat an animal protein, that you're going to use it more as a condiment in a smaller size than half of your plate or half of your portion. Complex carbohydrates look like all your leafy dark greens, artichokes, asparagus, bamboo shoots, beans, green and yellow, beets, bok choy, broccoli, broccolini, Brussels sprouts, all varieties of cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery, cucumbers, eggplant, endive, kimchi, kohlrabi, jicama, mushrooms, okra, onions, parsley, peppers, pickles, radishes, rutabaga, sauerkraut, scallions, summer squash, tomatoes, watercress, and zucchini. And also starchy vegetables. So we want to eat our non-starchy complex carbs, the ones I've just listed, as much as you want. You get a lot of fiber this way and a lot of healthy, deep nutrients. And then you can have some starchy veggies, edamame, legumes, lentils, parsnips, peas, plantains, potatoes, turnips, succotash, which is a combination of corn and lima beans, sweet potatoes, yams, winter squash, amaranth, barley, brown rice, buckwheat, bulgur, corn, farro, millet, oats, quinoa, spelt, and wheat berries. And then there are fruits. Apples, bananas, blackberries, blueberries, cherries, fresh cranberries, citrus, pears, plums, raspberries, and strawberries. The last of our macros are our healthy fats. And yes, you need them to protect your organs. Avocados, avocado oil, coconut flakes, coconut flour, coconut oil, flaxseed oil, hummus, mayonnaise made with either olive oil or avocado oil, nuts like walnuts, almonds, pecans, almond flour, nut butters that are sugar-free, olive oil, olives, seed butters, also sugar-free. Check those labels, and tahini. Now that we've talked about vitamins and minerals and macros, I want to just reiterate that you need 8 ounces of water per day. Please stay hydrated and add an extra 8 ounces for every caffeinated drink that you intake. Your last couple of health tips. Try intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is when you fast for a certain amount of hours and then you eat during a certain window. It helps with sleeping, inflammation. It kind of acts like a power wash for your organs and your brain, helps detox the body naturally without adding detoxes with chemicals. It aids in weight maintenance and hormonal balance. So your hormones never are completely balanced out. They tend to go up and down, but this is a way to keep them completely unbalanced and giving you a lot of side effects. It naturally helps your hormones work the way they're supposed to work. And it's hard when we're in the season of life where we're losing all that estrogen because it gives you other hormonal influxes. And so intermittent fasting helps reduce a lot of the side effects that we have from menopause, postmenopause, perimenopause. I would suggest to start with a 12-hour fast. That means stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. That's good for you anyway because it helps you sleep better. And it helps you fall asleep better. Then you're going to sleep most of your fast, and your next meal is going to be 12 hours later. So, for example, if you stop eating at 6 p.m., you wouldn't consume any food until 6 a.m. the next morning. When that's easy, we want you to work up to what we call 16-8. The 16-8 is the 16-hour fast and an 8-hour window for what we call nutrition and or fuel. So you'll stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. You'll fast for your 16 hours, and then you'll start consuming your foods or put your meals, right? And you're breaking down your macros, making sure you're getting dense nutrients in for that 8-hour window. You will still want to hydrate your body. So as soon as you get up in the morning, you're not consuming foods, but you'll still want to start adding hydration. You'll start drinking water to get your metabolism going. You want to add water. Water is not part of the fasting, so make sure we're getting our 8 ounces of water in. And this is super good for your brain and not just a way to help with belly bloat, belly fat, and weight maintenance, but it's really good for your overall whole body health. And again, work up to it. Your body will adjust, and you won't think this is a big deal, but it's a good way to eat your nutrients during that 8-hour portion of the day. We talked about nutrients, vitamins, minerals, macros. We talked about hydration and intermittent fasting. We don't want to forget the other things. Movement. Movement matters. And I have a whole video on movement matters and why and how that looks and how it breaks down. And you can go into our playlist and watch that video. But we want to move, right? 20 minutes at least every day at a brisk pace. You want to make your movements varied, so mix it up. That's why we have our playlists, the same workout every time. You can mix and match them. We want strength training, lifting resistance training, especially during the season of life, cardiovascular training, flexibility, and balance. And consider standing up and stretching out every hour. And then we talked about nutrition and intermittent fasting, that balanced diet of what we need to put into our body. And in this stage of life, if you want to have the least amount of side effects from menopause, postmenopause, or perimenopause, if you want to be focused, if you want to keep your weight maintenance, if you want to keep your stress levels down, nutrition is super important. Be picky about what you put into your body. And then last but not least, if you're doing all of those things, the movement, the intermittent fasting, the balanced diet, being really picky, no alcohol, that's just going to exasperate everything, you're going to sleep better. And one of those things that we need is quality sleep, 8 to 9 hours. And I have a separate video in our playlist, a couple of them, I do believe, about how to make that happen, how to get good quality sleep. So there are some healthy tips for you for women, especially if you're going through those seasons of life where you're experiencing just a big change in your body. You wake up one day and you go, what the heck just happened? Here are some things that you can do to manage through all of that and feel better. There's no sense in suffering through this season of life. You can do things to change this, to make it better. We're all in it together. Join our tribe to get in your movement, get some healthy recipes. Leave me comments below if you need further assistance with this. I can get you some great resources. Thanks for watching, and we will see you for the next video. Bye.